Coach, the Broncos are coming off a win and a tie over Arizona State. What were your thoughts on the weekend series?
Well, first and foremost, we want to recognize Arizona State for being a very solid hockey team. They play very physical. They're hard on the forecheck. In a lot of ways, they resemble the kind of game that we play. They've got some skill, and their goaltending was outstanding. We put more than 100 shots on their net, and their goaltender played very well. But we want to give credit to them because they played extremely well here. Our team, it's interesting, the game we won on Friday, we did not play as well in that game as we did on Saturday night in the game that we tied. Very important tie for us, obviously, to come back and score with just under 50 seconds left in the hockey game. So we were pushed hard. They were playoff-type games, tremendous atmosphere here on Saturday night. In fact, we got an email from the sports information director at the University of Arizona saying that it was the best college atmosphere that he'd ever seen, and their players were talking a lot about it. So that's great for our team to hear and future recruits as well.
Looking ahead to this weekend, you guys are traveling to Omaha here. What kind of challenges does this team present you, and what do you guys have to do in order to go in there and come away with some wins?
Well, it's another challenge in the NCHC because every team in our league offers very special challenges. All of our teams play with tempo and pace, and certainly Nebraska Omaha's got a lot of that. I believe they have 6 players with 20 points or more. They've certainly got Ortega, who has about 38 points right now. They've got a power play that operates about 24-25%, so staying out of the penalty box is going to be very important for us. We've had great games against them in the past and are excited about going out there and playing. Obviously, our total focus right now is being as good as we can be on Friday night, and then we'll worry about Saturday after that. But they're fast. They can skate. They've got some defensemen that jump up in the point, 2 defensemen with more than 20 points as well there. So we've got a challenge in front of us.
Talk to me a little bit about your goalie, Ben Blacker, and he's obviously been coming on really strong lately. How important is he to your team's success?
Well, I think goaltending, it's everything. The players can be working as hard as they want in front, but when they're not getting the saves behind them, it can make for a long night. So certainly all of our goaltenders that have played this year have given us that element and net at different times, and certainly Ben's been the guy that's been carrying the load here lately. He's very calm. He's very solid positionally in the net. He's not a big man, but he plays big because of his positioning and his ability, I think, to stay composed. Nothing seems to affect him, and we're going to need good goaltending the rest of the way, and certainly going in there on Friday night, you need to count on solid goaltending, and we expect Ben to deliver.
He's one of a few guys, freshmen on your team, that have really stepped up. How refreshing is that to have some of the younger guys kind of step in and play some key roles here right away?
Well, I think it's important. Obviously, I think it speaks to the recruiting that we've been doing here. Not only the type of hockey players we've been recruiting, but the type of young men we've gotten. They're all good students. They all are very competitive, and they're being led by a solid senior group and junior group here on our team this year as well too. And these guys are setting a good standard for. I know you're going to talk to our captain, Sheldon Dries, and I think Sheldon's playing some of the best hockey of his career right now at Western, and a great time to have it here down the stretch in his senior year.
The Broncos are now headed to Omaha. What have you seen out of the Mavs so far this season?
Well, as I talked about earlier, they've got a lot of skill, speed. They've got balance over 4 lines. They've got defensemen that can jump up with the play. They're an aggressive team. They're a Dean Blaze coach team, and you're going to compete if you're on their team. So they're going to battle us. They're a team that can really move the puck very quickly, and we've got to make sure that we have it offensively and we transition very quickly to defense once we lose the puck. So great challenge. As I said, we've got to stay out of the box because their power play is lethal.